Okay, now on to subtracting polynomials. So to subtract polynomials, same idea as adding. You subtract the coefficients of like terms. Or you can do my preferred method, which is distribute the negative sign and then just add at that point. I'll show you what I mean. The first polynomial has nothing in front, so just bring it all the way down. 8x squared minus 5x plus 11. Now this has a minus sign. That's like an invisible -1 in front of this whole polynomial in parentheses. So you can distribute that -1 to each term, and it becomes a negative 12x squared, a positive 9x, because negative times a negative is positive, and then a positive 3. Okay, then we combine like terms. 8x squared and negative 12x squared is a negative 4x squared. Negative 5x and not positive 9 is a positive 4x. And then we've got positive 11 and positive 3, which is a positive 14. Okay, so I think you're less likely to mess up if you do it that way with distributing. Otherwise, you have to remember, okay, I'm subtracting every time, and when you work with a bunch of negatives, it can get kind of messy. So that's my preferred method, but do what you want. I just want to note, be careful of the wording sometimes with subtraction problems. If it says when A is subtracted from B, that translates to B minus A. A is being subtracted from B. Okay, it's a typical like ACT kind of wording. So when this polynomial is subtracted from this polynomial, the difference is. So just to be clear, our setup, this one is subtracted from this one. So this one's coming first. X cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x minus x squared plus 3x minus 4. Okay, feel free to pause this video, do the problem out, and see if you get it right. Okay, now. Okay, great, you've done your work. Now let's walk it through and see if you got it right. So we've got x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x, that's a 2. Now I'm going to distribute this minus to each term. So that becomes a negative x squared, a negative 3x, and a positive 4. Combine like terms, there's nothing with x cubed. 3x squared minus x squared is a positive 2x squared. Negative 2x, negative 3x is a negative 5x, and then bring down the positive 4. So this is really messy, sorry. Okay, so you should have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x plus 4. X cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x plus 4, this one. And next we're going to look at what happens when you're combining the concept of distributing like with a coefficient and adding and subtracting. So for this one, you just want to distribute first and then combine like terms. So I'm going to distribute the 3 to both terms. That gives me 3x cubed plus 24x. I'm going to distribute the whole -2, that whole thing, to both terms. So that's negative 2x cubed minus 24. Okay, combine like terms. I have a 3x cubed and a negative 2x cubed. 3 minus 2 is 1, so that's just x cubed. Again, the 1 is invisible. Plus 24x minus 24. Just like that. So distribute first, then combine like terms. We're going to look at one slightly more challenging. If a equals 2r squared plus 6r plus 1, and b equals 2r minus 6, find an expression that equals 2a minus 3b. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is plug in this whole expression for a, where you see a, in parentheses, since the whole polynomial is going in for a. So 2, and then instead of a, 2r squared plus 6r plus 1, minus, and then 3, and then again, instead of b, we're going to plug in this whole expression for b, 2r minus 6. Okay, now it's just a problem, just like the one we just did. Distribute the 2. So you get 4r squared plus 12r plus 2. And then distribute the negative 3. So that's negative 6r plus 18. And lastly, combine like terms. There's only one r squared term. 12r minus 6r is a positive 6r. And 2 plus 18 is 20. So that would be the answer in standard form. Okay, so go on to the next slide in your Nearpod. Gives you a chance to check your understanding, and of course reach out if you have any questions, and then you have an assignment to do on delta math. All right, again, please reach out if you have any questions, and enjoy.